It broke like a mile from my house, so now I'm pushing it. It rolls pretty good, but it broke down at that stop sign, like the house all the way there, if you can see that. So now I gotta push it down this dirt road or little alley. It's gonna be shorter than where I'm at. Fuck. Alright, so you want to get the engine to top dead center. So you would rotate this, stick like a long screwdriver in the spark plug hole, and then whenever it's at its highest point, that's top dead center, and you'll turn it there, and you leave that there. So let me get it top dead center, and we'll go from there. Alright, so then you bring the balance shaft, so you see this dot, it's to line up right there with that one. So you see they marked it right there, the yellow and the pink dot. So that's good for the bottom end. And the top end, you want this hole to be lined up with the center of the cam cap. But I don't feel like taking the valve cover back off, so when I move it, so that's the center of the head. And then you just put your belt back on. Make sure these two don't move from each other. You see those are dotted, so those are lined up. And then that should be good. And then we'll have to move our distributor back because mine was off before. I was just moving around to get it running, but make sure the teeth catch on everything so it doesn't move it, you know. So, oh, see, mine just moved. But yeah, let's put it back together and see how she runs. And also, to tell if this is in the right spot, this should be straight up, this one. Notice how that one's straight up? This little slot right there. So that's straight up and that's right also. Together, still. So just off the right of that little pin on the gasket. And this is still true on that, because if it moved a tooth it'd be over here, so it's as close as we're gonna get it, and then it's in line with that. And then you take a big wrench, I think it's like 1 1/16", but I just use an adjustable wrench, and you tighten that. It pushes on the belt for tension, and you'll tighten that 15mm bolt. Alright, so got it back together other than the pulleys and stuff, but yeah, not bad. Runs good. But yeah, it's timing from 2225 Chrysler. Alright, now we're gonna do the ignition timing. So you gotta get it up to running temperature, and then you unplug the temperature, the coolant temperature sensor, which is on like right back in there. Now, see if I can get to it. Should be up to the temperature now. Got the feet in it. So this. Degrees of timing. See most of it, but hey, well, and we'll just put this in there a little bit, clean off the flywheel. timing light, temperature sensor unplugged, and then you hook up this. Alright, I don't know if you can really see in there, but it's at right about 12 degrees of timing. It was at like 2, but the factory spec calls for 12 plus or minus 2 degrees to be in factory spec. So I'm going to try to bring it right out to 14, just at the most timing that I can. Also, you're going to put it on the number 1 spark plug wire. If you're new to time and stuff with a time light, you always put it on the number 1. Well, as far as I know, for Chrysler stuff. But yeah, hopefully you can hear me through all this, the engine running and stuff. But I'm going to take it for a test run, see how it does. Well, I'll tighten on the distributor because it's pretty tight right now, but just in case. With that 14 degrees before top dead center right now, which is on the high end of what the factory calls. That's the max. I'm sure if you went like the 16, it'd be fine too.